Is that you on the stairs?
Yes.
Okay, if that's you on the stairs...
No.
Then who is it?
Hello?
I don't know what that is. Yes.
It's around this corner.
Nothing. Oh, I guess there's a creepy little...
No.
Colin! On tonight's episode of the Paranormal Files, we're here in rural Ireland at one of the most notorious castles in the entire country, Charleville Castle. This castle has an absolutely incredible history, but the spirit that lingers within the building is linked to one tragic story in particular, which we're going to get into in a little bit, and it's pretty dark. So join us this evening as we investigate one of the most beautiful castles that we've ever visited. I mean, this place, you can't really see it right now because it's so dark, but it is absolutely massive. It is magnificent, and it's definitely based on our tour and the things that we've already had happen to us. Very haunting. Anyways, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in this week. My name is Colin Brown, and welcome to the Paranormal Files. For our final investigation of our Ireland series with my parents, we decided to head to another infamous castle in the country. This time though, it was different. In tonight's video, we are investigating the Charleville Castle, which is a lesser known castle in Ireland, but definitely not less haunted than others. This place was absolutely thick with energy. To get out to this castle, it's a long drive. Once again, an hour and a half, 2 hours from our Airbnb. But you get out there and you turn down a road, and then all of a sudden you're going through thick forest, and there's trees on all sides, and your headlights can only illuminate so much of the road in front of you. It's like you're heading deep into the woods, and there's a fairy tree on the right, a fairy door, a little house, lots and lots of forest. And then all of a sudden you come out of the clearing, and boom, is this castle's huge. It's ominous. The moon was so bright that night, it was illuminating the castle. It's got this massive facade and wings that stretch out, old and decrepit.
I personally had never heard of this place before, but I'm so glad that we went. Pulling up to this place, it is absolutely beautiful. I think it's the biggest castle that we filmed at the whole trip too, but it's also the youngest castle. Walking into this building, the architecture of this place is just absolutely beautiful, but parts of it did look familiar to me. And that's when I realized that they had filmed parts of the Wednesday series at this castle. Lots of the rooms they had used even just as like sound stages, which is really cool. And they have pictures set up around the castle of scenes that they filmed the new Wednesday series at. It was really, really cool to see that.
And from the moment that we got there that night, you could just feel the energy. To begin our investigation, to begin this video, as always, we had to get a historical tour. And this tour was very interesting. I think you guys are gonna find this history to be very compelling. So without further ado, let's just dive right in. Financial resolutions are great, but let's be real. Budgets don't reset on January 1st. Between post-holiday credit card bills and getting back to your regular routine, I know that cash can sometimes be a little bit tight, especially at this time of the year. But that's why there's Upside. The free Upside app helps you get cash back on things like gas, dining, and groceries, the 3 things that might be draining your wallet right now. And with over 100,000 participating locations, cash back opportunities are already everywhere you go. And yes, it's cash back, not points that you'll never use, not credits that expire, money you can transfer straight to your bank account. Here's how it works. Open your app, claim an offer, pay with your card like normal, and get paid. That's it. You'll earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than with loyalty programs or credit card rewards alone. Users earn $1 million in cash back every single week. And unlike with other programs, you can stack Upside alongside your existing credit card rewards and loyalty programs. Now, I know for a fact, based on personal experience and definitely my bank account right now, the time right after the holiday season can be a little bit tough. And that's why getting every single dollar that you can back from the purchases that you make can be really important. And there's literally no downside to using Upside. There are thousands of locations and gas stations and restaurants and grocery stores that work with this company. And by just checking on the app, tapping a few buttons, and making your purchase, you can start getting that cash back today. Upside has given $1 billion back to its users. To find out how much you could earn, download the free Upside app and use promo code TPF to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. That's an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas using promo code TPF. As I said before, there's literally no downside. It's a free app. I highly suggest you guys give it a try. Anyways, y'all, let's get back to our show. Turn the lights down low and the volume way up for A24's creepy new trailer for their upcoming film Undertone, in theaters on March 13th, 2026. Bloody Disgusting's Joe Lipset wrote in his review out of Fantasia Fest, quote, "I can't remember the last time a movie made every hair on my body stand up, but Undertone got me good. I'm about to show you the trailer so you can see for yourself. I'm a huge horror nerd and this is one of my most anticipated films of the year. And make sure to mark your calendar for the release of Undertone nationwide on Friday the 13th in March." Yes, that is... They're releasing this horror film on Friday the 13th, March 13th, 2026, which is just a cherry on top of this already very spooky Sunday. Just take a look for yourself.
Listen. Do you hear something?
Welcome to the Undertone Podcast, where we talk about all things creepy. I'm your in-house skeptic, Evie Babbage, and my believer co-host says he has a real treat for us today.
We're listening to 10 mysterious audio recordings from an anonymous email.
Oh my God. Are you implying there's hidden messages in it?
Let me play it back in reverse.
Play the next one. Let's find out.
What is that? Where is that coming from?
Sing it good and loud. Get up.
We should stop listening.
What if we unleashed something?
I like it here in the dark.
You shouldn't have called out to her. It's what she wants.
Hello, I'm Michael Vance. This is Charleville Castle. They really don't make them like they used to, is what I often say. One of these days I'm going to make it into a t-shirt. Charleville Castle is a Gothic revival style architecture, so it looks a lot older than it actually is. just over 200 years old, and it would have been commissioned by the first Earl of Charleville, the second creation of the title, Charles William Bury, and his wife, the Countess Lady Catherine Maria Dawson Bury. She's credited for having done the first initial sketch of the castle, so it's a little bit like she's like this, please, darling, you know. You got the means to, why wouldn't you, you know? Now, they would have hired the leading architect at the time. His name was Sir Francis Johnson. He would go on to design the GPO, the General Post Office up in Dublin. Fairly famous site if you know your Irish history. If you don't, there's your homework. But many people consider this to be the crowning achievement of his career. When you see the place, it's a hard one to argue against. Maybe by the end of the tour you can tell me whether or not you agree. Now I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the 5 Earls of Charleville. We won't get bogged down too much, just enough so you can say you know something about them. The first Earl, Charles William Bury, is a politician, landowner, property developer, all those lovely things. The second Earl would have been his son, and when he became the second Earl, he was the best kind of son you would ask for. He spent most of his time in Europe, spending all of the money. The third Earl, he tried to re-establish things. He didn't live too long. Fourth Earl, he only lived until he was 22. And then the fifth Earl was their uncle Alfred. And when he passed away, there was no more male heirs. The earldom died with him then. Now, it would then go to their cousin, Colonel Charles Kenneth Howard Bury. He was a renowned adventurer, botanist, and explorer. He would have brought the redwood trees to Ireland, the cherry laurel and the rhododendrons. Those last two, beautiful flowers.
What is? Do you hear that?
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, I
I do, yeah. I wasn't going to mention it in case you didn't.
That was really loud.
We're off to a good start, huh? Could be the Colonel.
And there's nobody else here, by the way.
The Colonel, right? He was also an explorer. So he was one of the first Western men to negotiate with the Dalai Lama to allow Western expeditions to climb up Mount Everest. The team he led wouldn't have reached the summit, but the maps they developed would have aided those that did. I recently found out, though, from another tourist that there was another team that followed them up whiles after, and they found evidence of at least one camping equipment quite near the summit, which would imply at least one member of that original team did reach the summit. They just didn't make it all the way back down again. Now, the Colonel, so he was born here, never really took a shine to the place. And when he inherits Charleville Domain, he also inherits Belvedere House in County Westmeath. That house would be operated through the government, a very different story. The castle here operates through the Charleville Castle Heritage Trust. It's a volunteer organisation. It's a bit of an anomaly compared to other places you can visit in Ireland, and they're either privately owned or government operated. Now, the Colonel inherits the two places, never really likes it here, doesn't spend much time here, busy adventuring. But when he comes back, he spends some time here, and they say that he used to keep a pet bear in the stables that he used to wrestle with, supposedly. So he was quite the eccentric. Now, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Now, he inherits the two places, didn't really like it here, so he decides to retire to Belvedere. Before he does, in 1949, he holds a notoriously grand auction where he sells off all of the original furniture of the castle. So bear with us as we go about the mezzanine floor. You will see some nice pieces of furniture. There are some antiques, but just about nothing is original to the castle. It's very rare you get somebody coming along saying they want to donate their grandmother's couch, you know. So there you go. Now, when he passes away, he has no male heirs either, so it then goes to his cousins, the Hutton Burys, who would have traditionally operated as the farm hands. They still do in that capacity to this day. But when they inherited the castle, it was just at the same time that the Irish government was introducing a steep property tax. So essentially, the bigger your roof, the more you had to pay. It wasn't an uncommon decision for various big houses around Ireland at the time. They made the rather unfortunate decision to intentionally damage and remove sections of the castle's roof to avoid paying the tax. So from the start of the 1960s to the early 1970s, the castle was officially declared a ruin, left abandoned and exposed to the elements. So So it's getting rained on for a good 10 years, snowed on, you name it, you know. We're very fortunate. There's another 2 floors above these beautiful plastered ceilings that you see today. They survived, but the top floor, of course, took the brunt of the damage. So there you go. Isn't that beautifully depressing?
That's quite sad.
Yeah.
Now, it is safe to assume the floors, the ceiling, the walls, anything connected to them is original. This is all solid oak they used to craft the banisters, the staircase, the floors. And before we go up these stairs, I always like to point out, you'll notice these stairs, they're very low and wide in their design. They would have been designed this way because the style of dress that the women wore back in the day, you know, the long flowing gowns and whatnot. But also the etiquette. It would have been very risque, a big no-no for a woman to show any ankle back then. So this way, with the low steps, the women didn't have to lift their legs up too high and risk exposing themselves to being called a harlot and whatnot. So there you go.
That's sweet.
Interesting.
The chandelier here, well, it's not historical to the castle, it is original. It would have been commissioned just last year for Wednesday, and afterwards they would have donated it to the trust then. So, you know, if we're still doing tours in 100 years, we can say it's historical then.
But this chandelier was in the show?
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting.
Fingers crossed they're back for season 3. We can head on into the next room now. This will be the main gallery, or the ballroom, or the music classroom if you're fans of Wednesday.
Wow. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, all right. It's the largest room in the whole castle. You can say it's the main length or width of it, depending on what you're feeling, you know. I just want to close the door over too, because it's an amazing piece of work in itself. The craftsmanship involved in this place is something else. It's a whole thing, you know. But this room then, so it would have been the ballroom, you know, no surprises what they would have done in here. They would have had their ballroom dances and whatnot. If you're particularly interested in seeing this room in its proper function as a ballroom, if you were to find the film Becoming Jane, it's about the author Jane Austen. They did a whole ballroom dance scene in here with Dame Maggie Smith, Anne Hathaway, and James McAvoy. I usually go into a little detail about these very mundane pieces here. I'm not sure how we're feeling about that. Yeah. These 2 structures here, these are original to the castle. They were originally bookcases. They later installed mirrors in them, which are still there to this day. And then these panels that you see now are a more recent addition. Just after Wednesday finished filming, Apple TV came. They did a smaller budget production for their VR headsets. I think it's called Scream Queen, if you ever get your hands on it. It's a 20-minute little jump scare kind of thing. They had the rooms dressed to the nines in antiques. It made me cry when they took them all away again, you know. They had a big painting there with a green screen as well, so I'm curious to see what it's going to look like in the finished project. But, so these were originally bookcases. Then they put mirrors in them at the height of the ballroom dance scene. Now, I'm told the etiquette was, it's always a little awkward to mention this one when you're giving tours, and you'll know why in a second. But at the ballroom dances, the etiquette was if you were trying to flirt with somebody, rather than make direct eye contact with them, you'd steal glances in the mirrors instead. It was considered too forward otherwise. Now the panels, just to note, this one on the right is essentially an old photograph of the castle. They would have put it into Photoshop, whatever program it was they used, to make it look more mythical. You know, we don't have anywhere near as glorious as mountains as there are in the background of that. But all the ivy that you see growing on the castle there was taking place when it was abandoned. So essentially Mother Nature was starting to reclaim the place, you know. Now, there's a lot of heraldry above us that I can unpack as well. Yeah. The family that built this place could trace their lineage all the way back to the Crusades. So they had a lot of pictures, a lot of heraldry to choose from. So there'd be a lot of Knights Templar styled crests. There's also meant to be some discreet knowledge for those that are initiated in the Freemasons. I'm not a member, so I couldn't tell you much more than that. But even if I was, supposedly I shouldn't. Isn't that how these things work? But there's also the C for the Earls of Charleville. That would be the most recent addition. We use it on our website these days. And then this would be referred to as a Moor's Head, which would be one of the crests of the cousins of the Buries. They would have been the Moors. So this land would have been gifted in the 17th century to the Moors. And in the mid-18th century, Sir Charles More, who became the first Earl of Charleville, of the first creation of the title, he would have passed away with no male heirs, so it goes to his nephew Charles Bury, who eventually becomes the first Earl of Charleville of the second creation of the title. And now you know why I said that at the start. But for the rest of the tour, he's the first Earl because it exhausts me explaining that. But now you know. Just to note as well, I told a bit of a fib earlier when I said it's safe to assume anything connected to the walls, floors, ceilings is original. This whole structure here at the end of the room is fake. This is Hollywood. This is plywood. Not even that doorway is real. This would have been for another television show named Reign, R-E-I-G-N, but it was agreed with the trust, it could remain. It does no structural harm to the place. It's always a major point when there's these productions coming. Then any changes they make have to be temporary because it is a Grade 1 historical site protected under the Granada Convention European law. So there you go. The fireplaces then too. This would be the Bury family motto in Latin. I never studied Latin, so forgive me if you know better. But I believe the idea would be you can bend us but never break us. A more poetic translation might be the fortitude of spirit cannot be broken. And in the far side fireplace, that would have the Moore family motto, which would be virtue under the cross brings salvation in heaven. So, pay your dues to the church and you'll be fine. That would be this room more or less covered. We'll head on to the next one then.
And also, so that's the Templar cross, correct? Mm-hmm. Do you know anything about their association with the Templars?
I can tell you the teeniest of nuggets that I am aware of. The Moors, M-O-O-R-E, they would have this family crest referred to as a Moor's head, M-O-O-R. And when they were designing the place and they're looking through their heraldry, they would have seen they had a connection to this. And it's a little bit of an example of how wordplay might be incorporated, let's put it up there as well. Hopefully for more reasons than just that. My history gets a little bit hazy going this far back, but in the Crusades, their ancestors would have fought alongside a group of Africans they referred to as the Moors against another group known as the Saracens. So their crest would have originally been done in good taste, but somewhere down the line it would become muddled with slavery, so you would recognize it as outdated imagery, but originally well-intentioned. So again, history is fun and awkward to talk about. There you go.
Colin, see the little hand?
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit. Is this a picture from...
Oh yeah. There's an even nicer one up just over there under the lamp as well.
Sweet. Oh, wow.
This would be the morning room. Just where the curtains are in the middle would have originally been a full wall. So on the other side is the music room. Now this room is east facing, so it gets the morning sunlight. There's drawings on the wall here, just to note. These were done by the first Countess of their grand tour of Europe. She's quite the artist, lovely delicate hand. I begrudge her slightly though, because she didn't label where she was in each of them. But if anybody recognizes them, let us know. Now, there's a doorway over here that some people don't even notice it. You either glance and you miss it, or you notice it and it piques your curiosity. This would have been one of the staff doorways, and the whole place is built in such a way, for the most part, that the staff could navigate it and going mostly unseen until required. There's even a rumor that their uniforms had to match the wallpapering at the time, so a very different world. The ceiling here, there's repetition of the heraldry from the previous room, with the addition of these shields in the corners. Then there's also these embellished rectangles as well. Now, minus the embellishment, just focusing on the rectangle shape. Does anybody want to take a guess as to what they represent? It's very mundane, very figurative. Almost every house has one. Spot on, a letterbox. Yeah, mailbox. There you go. Wow. The first Earl. Yeah.
How did you get that right?
Yeah, wow.
That was crazy.
Look, it looks like a letterbox.
It does, doesn't it?
Wow.
Some people have said vents in the past.
I was going to say pig troughs.
Pig trough. Oh yeah, that's the right shape.
Pig trough.
Imagine putting that on your ceiling. But the first Earl, he made a political campaign to try and secure the position of Postmaster General. So he would have added these embellished rectangles at one point when he was trying to wine and dine whoever it was he needed to impress but it's potentially ironic because he didn't get the gig in the end, so there you go. It's a wonder he didn't take them down afterwards. Now, we'll go through here to the music room, although first I should tell you this one. This doorway here, it's a dummy door. It's a fake door. Its only purpose is to add symmetry to the room. But if you were to imagine for a moment, it's the mid-1960s. The castle's been officially declared a ruin and left abandoned for some time. It becomes a popular place for the local teenagers to come and have their sessions and drink and party and throw rocks at the stained glass. That's why most of it didn't survive. But there was also, there was also many rural legends, shall we say, of there being forgotten treasure hidden in the walls. So at some point, if you were to imagine for a moment we're those teenagers, we've had just enough to drink where we think, wouldn't it be great if we found those hidden emeralds? At some point, some bright spark decided to swing an axe to the inside paneling, Here's Johnny style, The Shining.
Oh.
If you shine your light through the crack, all you're going to see is the exposed brickwork just on the inside. Those with great spatial awareness will remember that the hallway is just on the other side. There is that gap. You would be curious, but forgive me, teenagers, We've all been there. So this is the music room. Now, there's a lovely sketch just over here. I'm going to take it down, although there's no point since we're being filmed, I guess. But I'd usually put it on the couch there because it gives you the right perspective. But you can see it's the window that's behind you as you're looking at it right now. So this would be the music room that we're in now. You can see how the full wall was still in place at the time. The lovely bookcases. That'd be where the curtains are just now. The open doorway would have been the entry point at that point. They later converted them into cabinets. You can barely tell they're there. And then the piano there, I forgot to point it out in the gallery. It's one of the only original pieces of furniture in the place. It was featured in Wednesday. It looks at home in the gallery, so it's going to stay there for the time being. But it was at the start of the 1970s then that an English gentleman arrived. His name was Michael McMullen, and he buys the long-term leasehold and begins the initial restoration of the castle. But when he's here, there's not as many rules and regulations protecting a place like this. And I'm going to open this doorway here, and if I can draw your attention first to the inside of the door itself, you're going to see the colouring scheme that Michael McMullen had painted this whole room. Wow. That's the expression I'm looking for. He had done a tour of India and was feeling inspired, shall we say. Lovely colours for that climate, but over here, not so much. However, at the back wall in there, you can see there's wallpapering, and this would be from Lady Emily's time. So this would be from about the 1850s, roughly. And if you ask me, she had a much better sense of style for a place like this. She would have been responsible for removing the wall here. It was more the style of her day to have an open floor plan. She also was responsible for installing the electricity in the castle. So you could say we have a soft spot for Lady Emily. But this is one of the rare times where I'm actually remembering a very relevant story from my family's history. So I have an Irish connection. My Irish heritage would be the Heavies. So if you go back, my great-great-great-great-grandmother, you get the idea. She's living in a town just nearby named Road in Edenderry in a thatched cottage, and she is protesting the high rates of rent at the time. And she does it for just long enough that she's made example of. So she's put in the Tullamore prison, which is just about 5 minutes drive from where we are now, made an example of. She's in there for 6 months. She gives birth while she's in there, because she was pregnant at the time, of course. And when she's released, they say, I'm sure this is embellished, of course, but all the best stories are, isn't that the idea? But they say that there were several hundred of the townsfolk outside the jail to commemorate her as a protest hero. They say there was even a horse with a white sheet draped across it, so they would have put her up there with the newborn, and she's hurrah, this protest hero. But the landlords that imprisoned her was Lady Emily, who was living at the castle. So, talk about the wheel turning. Yeah. It's a shame we didn't get involved when they had the staff of 40, though. So, we'll just show you these lovely pictures here as well. There's a lovely aerial shot here of the castle itself. I want to point out that the two front towers of the castle are very different in their design. They were modelled with the idea of chess pieces. So the tall, narrow one is the Queen's piece, or the Queen's Tower. which we're about to go in there in the ladies' boudoir. And then this will be the King's Tower, or the King's Piece, which has the library, which is where my tour is going to end, unfortunately. But we're not there yet. But just to note, there's about 100 or so yew trees just out the back of the castle. If you go into Google Earth, for instance, and you look straight down, you're going to see that they're in the shape of half of the Union Jack flag. And then this would be, just in the fold of the paper there is the chapel. This would be the old chapel kitchen. There's the courtyard as well, and then this would be the main stable block where most of the staff would have lived, and where the Colonel would have kept his pet bear for the time. So I'm sure they were delighted, the staff at the time, you know. This would be a good time to boast about my granduncle through marriage. This would be Floyd Patterson. He was, the last I checked, one of the youngest men to ever win the heavyweight world boxing championship. He would have come over here at one point. It would have been incomprehensible for him to understand how a place like this was being left to wreck and ruin at the time, but I'll get into that in a moment. There's a lovely photo of him there with the local politicians, of course, getting their photo opportunity as they do. And then if we were going to be really bashful, this one here, the tall, long-haired fella and the triangle of children, that would be me. But yeah. He should be remembered because he used a lot of the money from his career to fund schools in the disadvantaged area he grew up in, so he was genuinely a good guy. He was the first man to ever win the heavyweight world boxing championship, lose it, and then win it back again. So
wow. Muhammad Ali fought him
he did, yeah.
At the very end.
In one of his...
or he was Cassius Clay at the time.
Yeah, in one of his... I think his autobiography, one of the first chapters is about Floyd. He calls him the kangaroo punch or something. He had a very clean uppercut. But that would be the extent of my knowledge of boxing. And then this is the ladies' boudoir. There wouldn't have been a bed in here at the time. It would serve as a guest room these days. Friends and family of the trust. This doorway here, just to note, it's got lovely curve to the carpentry. It's giving away its secrets already though. It's lovely intricate details as well. But this is in the Queen's Tower then, so the ladies' boudoir. So it wouldn't have had the bed. Back in the day it would have had couches, chaiselongs, lots of mirrors. The women would have come in here to freshen up, to cool off. The makeup at the time was waxed based, so you could only imagine if you weren't careful, sort of flashbacks 2 a.m. at a nightclub sort of thing. But they also would have come in here to have their evening cigarettes. Now it might be harder for some of us to imagine it, but if you were to imagine for a moment, we're the women in here, we're having our evening cigarettes, and you don't want to open the window, it's a bit of a chilly evening like tonight. The smoke has started to build up. Not only is the door beautiful in its craftsmanship, but it also has this fun little gimmick where you can vent the smoke on out into the hallway and still feel like you're getting your privacy. We really don't make things like we used to, do we? Trade skills need to be repopularized. But being a castle, we attract people that are interested in history, architecture, of course, Wednesday now, but also, of course, the paranormal. So I would usually now say that if you're skeptical, bear with me. You've come to supposedly one of the most haunted castles in Ireland. But they do all say that, don't they? But considering the audience, I won't bother saying that. The story for this room, as you can see, it serves as a guest room to friends and family of the trust, the odd volunteer who's proven themselves and wants to impress such and such. But the story for this room, a few years ago a retired professor stayed in here, and I mention he was a professor because it implies he was a skeptical man. He did not believe in ghosts. But he wakes up 2:30, 4 in the morning. Some people refer to this as the witching hour. And he sees by the window there a woman in a dressing gown having a cigarette, and he starts to freak out, you know. He jumps out of the bed, legs it to the door, and the door doesn't open for the poor fella. It doesn't open. Finally it bursts open, he lands in his rump, jumps up, hops to it, legs it, and he's refused to visit the castle ever since. I'm quite certain it's why the handle has that jiggle, because they damaged it in his escape attempt. It's yet to be repaired, of course. Make of it what you will, but there you go.
That would be pretty freaky.
That'd be pretty freaky, yeah. we reckon it would have been one of the countesses. Just to note, there's a lovely portrait over there at the back, the painting of the child. That would be Lady Emily, who would become the 3rd Countess. So this room as well, which is quite relevant for us, is that it's supposedly built on the intersection of ley lines. Some people believe famous historical landmarks are built on these intersections of these ley lines, these invisible energy lines that surround the globe. I like to imagine it like a chicken wire almost. But some guides would now get a necklace, pendulum, what have you, and hang it from the center. If you were to get it motionless, after a moment it will build a clockwise momentum. And if you were to hit it counterclockwise, after a point, it always returns to that clockwise movement. Some people have suggested some sort of water dowsing effect at play. There is an underground river, but there you go. Now you know.
So this bedroom is on the intersection of ley lines.
Essentially, yeah.
That's crazy. Very precise.
Very precise, yeah. I'd say I'm surprised I don't hear people telling me that their toes start to tingle considering where they'd be laying, you know? There you go. Just to note as well, just behind you there, that pencil sketch would be the first Countess, Lady Catherine, who we have to thank for the initial design of the castle, its exterior at least. And then to the left would be a photograph of Lady Maudry. She was an explorer in her own right. She would have been the colonel's sister, and she would have been out along the River Nile in Egypt where she would have met her end. And last but not least, I have to bashfully reveal that would be my grandmother there, back in her heyday, looking very glamorous.
Looks like a Halloween.
She would have been wining and dining with Floyd and Cassius Clay back in the day. I haven't actually told you guys how I'm connected to the place properly, have I?
No.
So before Michael McMullen arrived in the 70s...
I hope they're a millionaire.
Yeah, me too.
I'd like to be invited to
Absolutely. Send them our way. Before Michael McMullen arrived in the 1970s, my mother, Bridget Vance, and my grandmother, Constance Evie Sequist, and my granduncle, Floyd Patterson, would have been travelling Ireland on holiday, and they discovered the castle. It was a ruin at the time, all the ivy growing on it, broken windows. They let themselves in through one of the windows. It's just what you did back then. And they were enamoured by the place, and they thought it was a great shame that it was being left to wreck and ruin. And they had the means at the time to secure the leasehold, but they couldn't get a hold of whoever it was they needed to, so they got back to America rather disheartened. Fast forward, Michael McMullen arrives in the 70s. The mid to late 80s, they return, discover Michael McMullen has started to restore the place, however questionably. And forgive me, like naive Americans, they decided to buy the long-term leasehold and try and recreate the family restaurant, which they would have had in New York, Long Island. It was called the Showboat, which is what I feel like when I'm the one giving the tours. But as you can tell, I've been leaning into it lately. So ultimately the restaurant wasn't meant to be. They got taken for one or two walks, shall we say, when they were upgrading the facilities, the plumbing especially, one fatal night when the critics were out in full force. But all that aside, what they came to realize was the real work was restoring the reputation of this place. There's the historical context, of course, with big houses, the ascended class, the Anglo-Irish, the English gentry, the Irish, a lot of big houses burnt down in protest over the years. You could argue that resentment was starting to heal, starting to die out in the early 90s, depending on who you ask, of course. Not only was Michael McMullen an actual English gentleman, he was also a recluse, and he would have built the wall just outside, and he had a shotgun, and he had Rottweiler dogs, and he was constantly bringing the locals to court because he thought they shouldn't have a right of way through the forest. Historically speaking, that forest would have been littered with man traps. So if you weren't meant to be here, you were not meant to be here, you know? So with all this information on board, you now get the same sense they did. The real work was to restore the reputation of this place. So it's then in 1994 that Bridget Vance, Dudley Stewart, who's brothers of Duncan Stewart, who some of us from Ireland at least might know from the television. He's a famous architect on TV. A list of names most of us aren't going to know of, but they need to be remembered. Anthony Cronin, who was the founder of the Heritage Council of Ireland. He was a renowned poet and laureate. He was chairman for life. Desmond Guinness, Frida Roundtree of the Heritage Council, Pat Mackesy representing Tullamore. They founded the Charleville Castle Heritage Trust. And then in the year 2000, they were, through their rather illustrious networks, and careers, they were able to get the government to cover half of the initial cost of the restoration of the roof. But that's going on over 20 years ago now, so you never guess what's starting to cause problems again. That's just the story of these places, really, you know. There you go. We'll double back out the way we came when we're
Before
ready.
we move on,
Yeah.
what's a man trap?
A man trap. You know what a bear trap is, right?
Yeah.
Repurposed.
Repurposed, yeah.
Break your leg.
Yeah.
But like they would actually have those in the woods
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
stop trespassers.
Stop
This
trespassers,
guy,
exactly.
This Mullen.
McMullen, yeah, he would have been a fan of them. He wouldn't have had them
Oh.
there. I'm talking about 200 years ago when the original family built this place. Yeah, yeah.
It's funny to think they had the bear inside.
Maybe that was the official story. So the bear can't escape.
Interesting.
So there you go. We actually have a taxidermy pheasant out here, but the saying was that a pheasant from Charleville was worth 5 from anywhere else.
Wow.
And this implied if you decided to go and hunt one of their pheasants, you risked becoming prey yourself, you know. So if you're successful, you'd rock into town then and somebody'd say, I'll give you this much. And you'd say, I deserve 5 times that much. You don't know what I've just been through to get this. There's the pheasant in question.
It's called the pheasant capital of the world.
Ah,
Gregory, South Dakota. And I guided pheasant tours of 20, parties of 20.
brilliant.
And I saw the ringneck pheasant. Is what's interesting that there are pheasants out here.
Yeah, to this day. So the dining room is next. Another door for good measure. Here we go. When Lady Emily installed electricity in the place, she refused to have it installed in the dining room. She believed the electric light was unsuited to a lady's complexion. She knew what she was about, huh? Interesting. Now, the ceiling in this room, this would have been stenciled by a famous illustrator at the time named William Morris. He was renowned for his wallpaper designs, which the whole room would have been dressed in as well. It would have been one of the only Irish commissions on record of his work. If you're unfamiliar with William Morris, he would have been one of the founders of the arts and craft movement at a time when he believed art was losing its craft, which is a sensibility worth revisiting in the modern day with the rise of AI-generated imagery. But I won't go off on another rant, don't worry. The colouring, you can barely make it out at the moment, but the colouring, minus the stencil work, will be from Michael McMullen's time. So the lilac there, he almost gets away with it, but it becomes a much harder pill to swallow when you learn that he first scraped off 24 karat gold paint in order to do so. Quite the decision.
Wow.
Now, at the far table here, there's a lovely sketch. This sketch here shows how this room was dressed originally. There we go. And this painting at the back wall, we make mention of it, of a little anecdote about it. This would be the painting in question. It's one of 130 or so that were commissioned to honour the works of Shakespeare. This would be the coronation of King Henry VIII, the one with all the wives. Although if you ask him, he only had 2 because he annulled them all. But we mention this painting because it survived the grand auction, so it was still in the castle when the place was abandoned. And before any of the names I mentioned already arrived on the scene, a Canadian art historian visits the castle and he lets himself in through one of the windows. It's just what you did back then. And he discovers the painting and he understands its value. It would have been on this wall here, it would have taken up most of the wall space. He understands its value, so he tracks down the farmer who owned the domain at the time and convinces him to sell it for £200 in the 1970s. He then hired some of the locals and they cut it out of the frame. They rolled it up, stuck it on a trailer on the back of a tractor, and it goes off to who knows where. We usually have pictures of this as well. I've made the local newspaper, of course. You can find them online, but it's been misplaced after Wednesday. But a number of years ago, the Trust was made aware that the painting has since been restored. It's on view in Canada in the Beaversbrook Museum, and it's been estimated to be priceless, of course. The Trust was in contact with the museum. It was agreed by all parties that it should remain in the museum. They did send us a high-resolution file of it. We've made a print copy to scale. It's upstairs in storage. It's been on the long finger for far too long, but one of these days we need to do some kind of crowdfunding campaign to get a frame at least to do it justice. Possibly also one that can fold in such a way, because when the film scouts come, you never know what way they're going to want to use a room. As an example, I could show you rather awkwardly on my phone how this room was dressed for Wednesday to really drive home the point.
Wow.
Yeah, right? I could probably convince you this is what it looked like in the 70s, you know? The spoilers, huh? Whoopsies. Just to note as well, in the sketch, you'll see this screen that's here. It's not the same one we have in the room at the moment, but this screen would have been another way of keeping the staff door out of sight, out of mind. But you'll also notice that they had a fancier, more ornate screen on the other side of the room, which would just be on this side here. Now, I originally thought this door was just another dummy door to keep the room looking symmetrical. I'll open it for the sake of it. But if you were to imagine for a moment, you're the family in here, you've had your dinner, maybe one too many sherries, and now you need to use the toilet. You would daintily go behind the more ornate screen. Now, it might not be a copper pot we have on display, but in case you haven't gotten the idea yet, some of the other volunteers are very humorous. So you'd put the copper pot into the chair with the hole, you'd lift up your britches, relieve yourself, and then some poor unfortunate bastard would have to scurry out from the other door and collect your toilet. What a world, huh? There you go. Now, on this center table here, I'm not going to force anyone to read this, but this would be the eulogy written by the first Countess when the first Earl passed away. It reads as though he's a well-respected man. You know, he would have been a landowner, property developer. He would have secured the Grand Canal being built through Tullamore. It was a major trade route back in the day. It goes from Galway to Dublin. It's what really made the town blossom. The more you know about history, of course, the more you know there are many shades of grey. Now, I've been told the following story by many an elder Irish gentleman who claimed they would have learnt this as schoolboys growing up. I've tried to research it online. I couldn't find out anything that would confirm it. Now, one of them's tried to track down one of their school books to prove it to me because he reckons I don't believe him. He couldn't find a copy. So there's either some kind of group Mandela effect at play, or potentially it's something that's intentionally being forgotten about. Once you've heard it, you can make up your own minds, but it's not too far-fetched a conspiracy to believe. They say that in his early career, he would have been one of the last required signatures for the approval of the execution of 5,000 Irish prisoners of war by bayonet, because they didn't want to waste the bullets. Supposedly it took up to 3 days to complete the task. So, history. You can't forget it or you're doomed to repeat it, isn't that the idea? To completely flip the script all over again. This lovely fireplace over here. This was modelled after one of the entry points of Magdalen College in Oxford. So if you were to imagine this blown up a couple sizes bigger, be the gate. You can see how it's got the gate motif as well. So the horse-drawn carriages going through it and whatnot. Just to note though, when you give a tour of a place like this, you can't forget to make mention of what was going on in the area before this place would have been built. So prior to the plantation era, it would have been, the major family here would have been the O'Malloy clan. This would have been known as the Great Oaklands of Ufalia, which becomes Offaly, which is the county name. And then there is about 20 minutes drive just that way is Line Alley Monastery. So that would be forgive me if I'm wrong here, a 6th century monastery. It's in ruins now. But this would have also been known as Ferciol, the men of the churches. So it would be regarded that this was sacred land back in the day, and then in pre-recorded history, of course, it's widely accepted that this would have been a hotspot for Druid activity as well, being one of the oldest oak woodlands in Ireland. So you can't forget to make mention of all that, of course. There you go. So we'll move on to the next room when we're ready.
Ooh. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That is awesome.
This is it. It goes all the way up to the top floor. This will be the main family staircase. A work of art, if you ask me. The craftsmanship involved in building something like this, it's just something else. We're not going to see it today, but across the hallway through another door, there's another staircase. This was the main family staircase. The other one is the staff staircase. It's a simple Georgian house style, purely functional, nothing to write home about. It's the one we would mostly use these days. But These days, we refer to this as Lady Harriet's staircase. And there's a story as to why, but I feel obliged to give you the prelude because I feature in it. When we first moved here, I was just going on 3, and I was terrified of this staircase. I wouldn't go up or down it unless somebody was holding my hand. You know, you're about this big. Staircases, I think I was a sensible child. But first few weeks of living here, we're upstairs, we're settling in, and they lose me. The 3-year-old goes missing. Parents out there, you'd be shooting a brick on the best of days, but imagine it happened to you in a place this big. They're frantically looking around for me. They can't find head nor tail of me. It doesn't occur to them at first that I might have gone downstairs because I was terrified of the stairs. Spoilers, of course, you'll never guess where I was. Eventually, they're like, fuck, and they come and, they come downstairs. I'm fine, of course, but it's been about an hour at this point. They're relieved, but at the same time, they're a little bit hot behind the collar at this point. You know, how did you get down here? You're terrified of the stairs. I just smiled up at them and told them that a little boy and a little girl held my hands and helped me down the stairs. And of course, from their perspective, there's no little boy or little girl, so they're going, what's going on with the boy or what's going on with this place? This is how they become very interested in learning the history of the castle. They want to find some kind of story that might explain what's after happening, so at the very least they don't have to take the 3-year-old to the shrink. Nothing wrong with therapy, of course. It's just a bit. But eventually they do find out something that is, not take me to therapy. They really should have, though. Look at me. But this is how they find the story of Lady Harriet. Now, there are police records of the following account. Now, Lady Harriet would have been the 3rd Earl's 2nd youngest daughter, and she would have been in the library we're going to go to next, finishing her studies for the evening with her governess. And it was almost dinner time, and her governess notices that Lady Harriet's hands are a bit dirty, a bit grubby. I like to imagine maybe she had spilled some ink on herself to set the scene. Harriet, it's almost dinner time. You need to go upstairs, you need to freshen up, you need to look respectable for dinner. Hurry. So Lady Harriet goes up to the top floor where the bedrooms and the nurseries were. There's another governess looking after her infant younger brother. She helps her freshen up, she helps her wash her hands, and go on, you're going to be late for dinner. So Lady Harriet is coming down the top flight of stairs. She's age 8 at the time, so, she should be responsible enough on the staircase. She's unattended, her hands are still drying off, and she decides, oh boy, wouldn't it be fun to slide down the beautiful polished banister? And as some of you might have guessed, she got down a lot faster than she had intended. She's found within minutes. They pick her up, they bring her into the library, they place her on the table where it said she drew her last breath. And that would be the story of Lady Harriet. Now, just to wrap up the whole story then, they took them a little while to find out any information that might explain the little boy. Eventually they do. They find out that her infant younger brother lived to the ripe old age of 7, where he would have fallen ill then and passed away as well. And his name was Henry Walter. So there's a St. Catherine's Church in Tullamore as well. This was their family church. They would have built this on Hop Hill. And it's where they're all buried then in the underground crypt. And there's a plaque in there that says in honor of Henry Walter as well. So there you go. Now, there is, of course, as I'm sure you're all very much aware, a whole subculture of paranormal, investigators. They're all organized ghost tours, much like yourselves, and investigations that I'm sure you're going to be conducting soon. But Harriet has become quite infamous in her afterlife. There's even a poem written about her just over here. And there's also some nice photographs from when Wednesday was here just to notice. So there you go. When we're ready, we'll head into the last room of the tour. Unfortunately, it's the last room, but if you ask me, it's also one of the best. Yeah,
you can see the clump.
She would have been standing just about there as well.
That's so sick.
Back into the lights.
Wow.
Ooh. Yeah, this is my favorite room. A good place to set up base camp when you're, and then go back down the mountain to recharge by the fire. But this is, of course, the library. No surprises there. A bit of a test for your eyesight in here. You'd be forgiven for thinking this was brickwork above us. It's actually a ceiling paper. Yeah, there's 2 tells, of course. I won't point those out, though. Usually on the tours, I'm like, there's, a tear there and such, but we won't photograph that, though, please. Supposedly the same phenomenon happens in the center of this tower as well. Just to give you your bearings, we're now in the King's Tower, so just like the chess piece analogy was made. But this room is one of the only known rooms to have its own secret passageway. So I would usually now say you're welcome to try and deduce where that might be. And then I would urge the tourists, please. That does not mean we start pulling on things. It's a very old place. It's one thing if I break it, you know. But first I'll show you that just about all of the bookcases have an additional secret bookshelf. This is Richard. We had an older volunteer. He passed away a few years ago. He really liked to try and spook the public, so he made a bunch of plaster cast skulls. But I've been doing that bit ever since because I reckon he would have gotten a kick out of it. We reckon they would have kept the Freemason Lodge books that were banned by the church, maybe the odd bottle of Tullamore Dew for good measure. Now, I'll just go out and reveal the secret passageway and curse this video in the future when the tours are all like, I already know where it is. Here we go. Now, unfortunately, we cannot travel through it for health and safety reasons, but this would bring you straight out into the chapel.
Wow.
Right after the leasehold was sold, it was revealed a lot of dry rot was being hidden, so the whole place had to be gutted. It was starting to infect the rest of the building. A great example of what a place like this is left like unattended. It is worth remembering that after dinner, all the women retired to the ladies' boudoir, all the men retired to the library. It's rumoured they're all high-ranking members of a secret society, the Freemasons, and they have their own secret entrance to their own private priory, so who knows what esoteric rituals they were up to back in the day. But there you go. That would be the nuts and bolts of my tour. Hope you enjoyed it. There's also original stained glass up here, just to note. Hard to make out in the dark, but on the left you've got the Bury family crest, and then on the right the Moore family crest. And the centre one is the Charleville coat of arms, which was also featured on the Charleville token. At one point they were given permission to mint their own coin when there was a coin shortage in Ireland, so you would have been paid the Charleville token, the coat of arms on one side, and on the reverse, payable to the local office the first Tuesday of every month, and then you get your cash equivalent. You could find them on eBay to this day. They range between 100 and 600 euro last I checked. We used to have two on display, but we only have one now because one went walkie, so we don't do that anymore. I'm hoping to get a 3D printer soon, make some copies. That could be a fun thing to do. So it's good, isn't it?
Any other notable paranormal stories or encounters?
When I was a teenager, I remember waking up again at the witching hour. We'll say it was 3 o'clock when I woke up, and I could hear in the floor above me, it was like someone was dragging furniture across the room. I was like, who's up there at this hour? What are they? And I remember that room was completely empty. There's no furniture whatsoever. At that point, I was just like, I'm going back to bed. But there would be an account where I was present at a seance with my mother, but I don't usually disclose the information of that. But that would be one of the most, if I was ever to be a believer, that would have been the one that proved it to me. But I remain an eternal skeptic. My official statement on the ghosts is I don't believe in them, but I want to say it loud enough in case they hear me. I want to challenge a thing like that when you frequent a place like this, you know? So there you go.
And any other notable passings or people that may have died in here?
I would say it would be no stretch of the imagination to imagine that when they were building the place over the 14-year period, there's no modern machinery. You can only imagine what the scaffolding would have looked like. So I'd say there was many a worthy sacrifice in the building of this place to begin with. The original family itself, Lady Harriet was an orphan before she passed, for instance. Her father would have died young and her mother just a few years after. I can't quite remember why. We might have the information on our website though. No one else is springing to mind. There might be some. And who knows, maybe I'll end up kicking the bucket while I'm here. I can be one of the latest ghosts. Oh yeah, I've been a ghost the whole time.
Would this be a cool place to die?
Yeah? Come back here all the time?
Yeah.
No, man, I don't want to get out of here. She was 8, I believe. Yeah.
Also just 8 and 7.
8 and 7, yeah. She was 8, and I'm not sure the age difference, but he would have been the infant, so we'll say roughly a 7-year gap between the brother and the sister. So he would have had a few years before. Yeah. But yeah, so they were orphans at the time, so the governess was in their care, you know. So it's quite tragic, actually, really, when you really think about it. These places, huh? I suppose I should be devious and give a little plug as well. We have a GoFundMe campaign for that old roof, in case anybody's feeling charitable. I'm sure we'll provide a link to that at some stage. That's the real story of these places. This is very much like operating in a leaky boat. You're far too busy emptying the buckets of water to ever be able to fix the holes.
Let's get to it. Let's do this thing. We were really excited to investigate that night. All of us kept remarking to each other that we felt not scared or afraid, but like there was something there. It's almost like when you're in some of those spaces, those big rooms, you can almost visualize a figure standing in one of the doorways, peeking out, staring at you. Or definitely by those stairs, you can feel something in that room. And later in the video, you'll see there was something there, and it was pretty freaky. But to begin, we wanted to start our investigation in the library area. Now, keep in mind, the Freemasons used to meet in this area years ago, and there's rumors that there were, you know, occult rituals and practices and things done inside of that space. Personally, I will level with you guys online. I didn't expect much to happen. I thought that this was just gonna be a castle. It was very cold that night. I thought it would take a while for somebody to come through and speak with us, but no, it was the total opposite. Almost immediately upon starting our investigation, the energies came out of the woodwork. All right, this door, we were just waiting for everybody to come back.
Everybody's like down by the front door.
This door just opened itself. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, about 10 years ago, we came here, we brought a group of people on a little mini tour of Ireland. We did Lep Castle, we also did Charleville Castle. This area in particular was one of the most interesting areas. Obviously, we knew the story of the little girl that lost her life, basically where we're standing now. We carried out various experiments on the stairs. One of the ones that seemed to get quite a good reaction was we were sort of singing nursery rhymes. We were hearing the sound of footsteps running up and down the stairs and the sound of giggling children. We also had some equipment that was activated. We popped some equipment on the stairs that we could get to, and that was being activated virtually on command. So definitely an area to spend some time tonight and maybe sing a few nursery rhymes. Yeah, really, this area, that area where you've been given access tonight. Again, we didn't have access before because it was deemed as not being safe. But we were hearing noises coming from that area. It'll be interesting to see what you get in there tonight. Yeah, that's what it's almost. It seemed to be happening when you were talking. If you were almost like waiting in silence, it was nothing. But when you started to talk. Yeah, quite an active area. If Harriet's here with us, can you run down the stairs? Can you come and say hello to us? Voices.
Oh. Come on, man. These bouncy bars from the other night. It's like it's brought us.
Harriet, are you with your brother? What was that?
It's like a containers.
It's noises constantly, isn't it? Harriet, can you come down to us? Again, it's almost like the sound of like clothes, like brushing or sweeping. Harriet, did you lose your life on this staircase? Can you try and use your voice for us? you want to come and play? Was that a cry? Do you want to come and play? Was that a cry? Do you want to play ball?
We gotta put the balls on the stairs tonight. Oh yeah. It's a good idea, right?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Just gotta say. Well, you want to move on?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Up to the red room.
Ooh. Okay. All right.
Okay, yeah. The other room from going back to sort of 10, 12 years ago that would give us a lot of activity was this room, and this room was it gave people a lot of feelings, dizziness, unable to stand up straight, sort of swaying. The room is an odd shape. If you look at the floor, everything goes to sort of one central point. But I can't work out. It affected so many people in pretty much the same way, where we were sort of having to take people out. People lying on the bed were, again, feeling lightheaded, dizzy, sickness to the point of almost fainting. As soon as you leave the room, it cleared. No idea what causes it. But the crossing of the ley lines could be the sort of the draw, the magnetic pull of the room. I don't know, but definitely a strange feeling in this room. How do you feel in here? It's the woman's boudoir. Yeah.
There's some dark history here or something.
Mary, how do you feel in here?
Yeah.
It's got kind of a heavy feeling. Just.
You feel like smoking a cigarette?
That would not be very no.
No, not really, but yeah.
Later.
Like there's energy here, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives you that little bit of vertigo.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I struggled to stand still before when we were in here with the guy, and I was propped up against there, but I did sort of feel almost like the sway, wanting to sway. Yeah, having to stop myself from swaying. Yeah.
I wonder how even the floor is. You know.
The floor. I sort of look for reasons why so many people have been affected in that. I mean, sometimes if you've got like the Wi-Fi high EMF, it can affect people in that way. There was nothing in here that we could find. The floor is even. It's not sort of, makes you feel out of balance. It's just an odd feeling. Did you just woof?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what do you know anything about the alleged hauntings of the place other than what he told us?
Several of the owners are the architect in particular is seen or heard to walk in the ballroom, in the dining room as well. There was reputed to be sort of servant activity. Obviously, there's the servants' corridors are sort of quite sort of secret, but or hidden away. But again, knockings and noises coming from behind those doors.
All right, so it's about 11 o'clock. It's cold as here. I don't know why we walked out and I didn't put a jacket on. I actually took my jacket off to come outside. But this is our last investigation of the trip as a family, which is very, very sad. I don't know when this video is going to come out in context or relation to the other videos in this series, but we've had such an amazing trip, guys. We did Lep Castle. We did the vaults in Edinburgh. We did Jimmy Savile's house. We investigated the Brazen Head pub. We also did Maine's castle. So many great investigations, but above all, guys, it has been amazing to spend this week with the family. It has just been a treat, and I want to thank everybody online for watching these videos, for showing up 10 years after I started the channel, which is crazy. You guys have really given us the opportunity to be able to do this full time and to spend this time together. So we're just all incredibly thankful, and we're very excited to step foot into this castle and to begin our investigation. As you've seen in some of that footage, we didn't get it on camera, but Connor and I saw a door open by itself, noises. We were hearing banging in the upstairs of the castle. The place seems to be coming alive already. But we have one more time.
Wow.
It's freezing. I don't know
It's
why
cold.
we came out here.
I know. Looks dope though. Yeah, you can barely see it, but
It's beautiful.
Papa Spooks, how you feeling, brother?
I'm actually feeling energized, even though I don't look that way. But I think ironic, a couple nights ago, we're at Lep Castle, which is like 900 plus or something years old. And we're at another castle that looks old, but it's around 200 years old. The U.S. is older than that, which is very rare when you come over to Europe. So I thought that was pretty cool about this location. But yeah, we had a lot of banging going on in there already, some doors opening, just a lot of sounds. And I think it's interesting just the fact that it looks like an old castle, but interior-wise, it's overall 200 years old, right? Around that. But it's very cool, very beautiful. So looking forward to tonight.
I go to places like this and I just think, like, wow. Just imagine this place back when it was, like, first built. And living in a place that's this extravagant. It's really cool to kind of look back and see what this would have looked like back then. But then think about all the history that comes along with that. There's also lots of history before this place was built, with a lot of druidic stuff on this land, which is awesome to think of. The ley lines that are underneath this place being built right on top of that, I think that's really interesting. So that should stir up some activity tonight, and I'm very excited for it.
And finally, Mama Spooks.
Hello.
Spooks.
I am so excited. I mean, just going through the tour and having him tell us his ghost story, and then, like, he actually went through that, and just being able to go and investigate right there, and there haven't been that many investigations. So it's going to be exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
This is going to be cool.
All right, so we're gonna go set up right now and begin. One more time, everybody. Hand in the middle. What should we say? I know. My hands freeze just like an ice cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, wow, way too much. Way too much. All right.
Ready?
Okay, let's just go for it. 1, 2, 3. Right.
No,
I was gonna count us into the one. Okay.
All
All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Ooh, that hurt my soul.
Every time we
I hate that shit. No, that was really bad. All right, let's get to it.
Let's go.
Boom. Paul, you want to say what just happened over there?
It was just a loud knock. I'm guessing. Yeah, just outside the door.
But that ball flew off, right? Right
Yeah.
before we started rolling, the ball.
And that's where that
Yeah.
just fell off. So.
What happened? While you guys were doing the case, the tracer went off. Within about 3 seconds, the ball rolled off, and then the device on the table started to go off. And then we've just had a knock. And the REM pod's been on the chair there. Has been. Once that stopped, it sort of moved, shifted across.
Well, good start. So, right now we are in the library room here at the Charleville Castle. This, if you'll remember from the tour, is the area right next to the staircase where Harriet, the young girl, fell to her death. She was seen by the guy who gave us the tour, along with her, what they believe to be brother Henry, who also passed away at a young age. But it's interesting, there are a lot of esoteric motifs in this house and in this building, including in the ballroom area with the Knights Templar symbolism on the ceiling. Obviously, this was this area where the Freemasons held Masonic meetings, and he said in the interview, conducted kind of Masonic esoteric rituals. Not rituals like you would imagine, you know, sacrificing a chicken or something like that, more rituals about enlightenment and tapping into these ancient deities and hidden truths and traditions, but still harvesting energy and using energy and doing these workings that are very personal. Like these, are these chalices?
These might be the Holy Grail, dude.
They look like it. I mean, they look like it. They don't look like candle holders, do they?
No.
It's very interesting. I was just about to talk about this.
Oh, right there. The ball.
Right over to me. Interesting. Thank you. I believe that, actually.
We're trying to dive into some of this esotericism tonight as well. So right here As you've probably seen during some of our investigations in this series, we've been using these black obsidian mirrors. Obsidian is a very spiritual stone used in a lot of spirit working, even cleansing, but it's known for its ability to attract energies and powers. And so people, when they do scrying, basically staring into a black mirror, they stare into these black obsidian mirrors and try to see spirits. Paranormal theory suggests that having two mirrors oriented facing each other creates a sort of portal. So right now we have two obsidian mirrors facing each other. In the center of those mirrors we have various rocks, and all these are known for their abilities to attract spirits, and that's kind of a quality of each of these minerals that is in the center. So I find it very, very interesting that we have this portal here with these rocks that are said to attract spiritual energies, and this REM pod is the one that's going crazy. The whole trip, I don't think this has hit one time, and now it's going just crazy. We've already had the ball knock off the shelf. We've already heard a lot of things in here and felt a lot of things. But to begin, we're just gonna try call people in who might be here. So, without further ado, if there is somebody here with us in the Charleville Castle, whether you are the spirit of a child, the spirit of an adult, an elemental spirit, any other energy, we're inviting you to come to this table, come to these rocks in the center of the table, and make your presence known in this room to show us that you are here. To introduce ourselves, my name is Colin.
My name's Connor.
My name's Jeff.
My name's Mary.
So if you are here, please try to follow the...
That's from the tunnels.
Please try to follow the sound of the bell and come into this room. You try to shake it. This thing's hard to shake. I swear it's hard. Still not a proper shake. Mary, you try it. This goddamn bell's like hard to ring.
Let me try it.
See, you're getting like a one-sided ding. You gotta have the double.
I fixed it.
Oh. All right, Mary.
But now it's kind of stuck over there. Please follow the sound of this bell and come and join us.
Is there somebody in this room with us right now? Could you make a noise in this room or move one of the balls that we've set up in this room to show us that you're here?
Are you walking through the tunnel?
What was that? Like a bird.
If you're in the tunnel, can you come into the library?
I got the word Akasha, A-K-A-S-H-A, which has a spiritual meaning different in Buddhism, Hindu, and so forth. But I think we'd like to communicate with you, so especially if you're out there, can you come into the room and show us that you are here? I'll take that as a yes. They've come in.
Are you over there in that chair behind us? There's a loud knock. Before we do the different color this time too. Jesus. We're gonna do a dowsing rod session. You might know what these are. Oh, that was weird. Dude, look at these things. It is actually.
I saw like a shadow move across.
Okay, so we know someone's here with us. I don't know if you've played with these before, but can you cross the rods into an X if you're willing to speak? Cross them into an X if you're willing to have a conversation with us. It's a little too far. It always amazes me when they cross and then they just stop like they're held in place. And for people online, my hands are on a table. People are always like, you should do it when they're sitting still. Well, here they are on the table. All right. Can you cross the rods if you are a female, a woman's spirit, or a girl?
Did you hear that? That was a noise back there.
All right, so you're a girl. Can you cross the rods if you are an adult? There's like a.
It's kind of crazy how still they are.
Can you cross the rods for me if you are a child? There you go. It keeps going all the way over there.
It's like pointing to that.
That's really strange.
What all that noise is.
Yeah.
Is this crossed? Are you counting that as crossed? There's a ton of movement in that tunnel.
Yeah.
Can you point in the room to where you are? Just grab them and point to the area where you are. Maybe you're standing. There you go again. Can you move both of them over there?
Are you in that chair?
I'm getting the vibe that there's two spirits in here. One over here and one back there. Because this one is completely still. Will you speak with us tonight if we try to speak with you? Cross the rods if it's a yes, if you'll speak with us. There you go. There's an energy in this room for sure. It is creepy. It's kind of creepy. All right, do more of these later. Thank you for showing us that you're here. We're gonna do something right now where we roll these dice, and hopefully you can try to spell out a word for us. Maybe you could spell out your name, something about you. We just would love to know anything. So I'm gonna ask, what's your name? Can you tell us your name? We or me, D, Pram, Neil. I see out of these there is Neil. Neil. I see Neil. Or Neil. There's a lot of noises. Sounds like rape.
It's dark.
Also raped. Or even you want to know something really creepy? Check this out. I asked its name. B R
No, same one.
O
Oh.
W E
Oh.
N.
Weird.
Rolled our last name.
That's weird.
It's just missing a C, and it would have had Colin too.
What about that? Bowen?
Bowen?
Or Boan? The goddess?
Oh yeah, I don't know how that's spelled.
Maybe even Nile is more Irish.
Oh yeah, there's Nile.
Yeah.
Nile.
Would be more than
There's Nile.
What was the family member that died
I was gonna say
in Africa on the
on the
Nile
Nile
River?
There's also
Oh, Nile.
right.
There's a
there's
Nile.
also Nile,
right.
like the river.
You have river.
I have river.
Oh, that's
river.
Nile. And then river.
Her name.
That's really interesting. Does any of that make sense? Could you make a noise or touch a light, knock a ball off? If any of that makes sense to you, if anything I spelled, Nile, Neil, Nile River, Browen, rape, raped.
Ronald.
At the same time. No, I understand.
So it likes this.
Yeah, that was over here. I got a boom boom. Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to think of what to ask besides what your name is. Can you tell me something about yourself?
Name. I saw the Zen. Pen.
You said pen. Writer?
There were writers here. Were you a writer?
What is it? Box was Floyd Patterson.
Boxer. Man.
I think it's interesting though you got the name Fox with the history of Floyd Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that stuck out to you. I've never seen it go off. This whole trip.
There's a lot of energy in this room.
Are you Floyd Patterson? If you're Floyd Patterson, knock a ball off the shelf for me. Come on, Floyd.
Drown. There's a river. Oh yeah, there's an underground river.
Oh, I'm forgetting, like, my head's, like, not thinking right. I don't know what's going on. I feel, like, really confused right now. Well, not, like, from what I'm looking at. It's like I can't put things together in my head. Which is strange being in a library.
So what'd you get out of that?
I feel like someone drowned, but did you drown on a river here on the property? Were you a person?
Yeah, there's a big movement.
Huge movement over there. That was a little creepy.
Seems there's so much coming from over here. And we can't go in there, just so everybody knows.
Yeah. So you drowned in a river?
Do we know the name of the river?
Shannon River.
Oh, it is the Shannon River. Okay, wow, there you go.
Sorry. Alright, Fedge.
Okay, anyone that's here, just give me an idea of who you are or what you did here. I don't know why I'm thinking of this right away, but I guess not.
Yeah, that's true.
The postmaster, you have mail, M-A-I.
It's in the ceiling.
Mail slot.
Who you are.
Some maid.
Mm-hmm.
Or a servant, maybe?
Blind.
Yeah, blind. Yeah, I did work with the blind. That is what I did for an occupation.
Or maybe the person was blind.
Or the person. Blind, a blind person. For some reason, that wouldn't be an old name, but Marlin sticks out too. Marlin. I guess I'm gonna think Marlin, who is, blind doesn't have to be blind, completely blind, legally blind. You'd still function. It's 2200 vision or worse, which still is, people can read large print and work and see how to get around. So I'm just going to feel like maybe this is Marlon, who has a sight deficiency, that worked with the mail. Okay. So if I'm right on that or close to that, Marlon, if you have poor eyesight.
There was the chair.
Oh no, I heard like a man speaking.
Really?
It was like, oh.
Marlon again.
Oh my god.
If I'm close to that for you and you have poor eyesight, you maybe delivered the mail or took care of the mail. Can you move, throw a ball down at us, or use your voice?
Maybe you just ask. Maybe its name isn't Marlon. Maybe it's just blind.
Yeah. If I'm wrong on your name, Marlon, okay, sounds like maybe I am. Were you at least did you have poor eyesight, or do you still have poor eyesight? Can you come in the room? That blue light, can you pass through that, please? Keep coming. We're friendly. We just want to acknowledge you're here. Did you work with the mail?
Pressure in my head.
Okay. This is so quiet.
And then when he was talking about all the men or workers, you know, that
true.
would have died
passed
here.
Yeah. Is Marlon? Do you know if Marlon what derivation that is? Or name? Let
this and then ask a question.
So, Colin, you asked. Did you ask a name?
Tell me about yourself.
About yourself. You asked.
I don't know if you even asked it.
Yeah.
I did.
What was that again? Occupation. Should we try to reach the children?
Sure.
Can you tell me your age or something that you like to play with or play? That was loud.
Like melodic almost. Fucking weird. I mean, it literally hasn't gone off one time this whole trip.
I mean, if I can use slide. Slide down the banister.
Alright.
It's a little bit creepy.
It's gotten way colder too.
It has.
I'm like freezing to death.
Oh, it's so active.
You're a child.
Weird.
Spell that out, Mom. Okay, that's weird. What's your age?
Yeah.
What's the? It's Margaret and.
No, Harriet and Henry.
Harriet and Henry, yeah, 2 H's.
Child. But I mean, I think slide is kind of
Yeah.
creepy.
I mean, it could be a slide or sliding down the banister.
Oh shit, that's true.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if there's, and they were 8?
7 apart or so.
7 and 9?
No, one was 8 for sure.
I think
They're
one
about
was 8.
7 years apart, he thought, too, so.
I don't think I have a G.
You've got Wales, like in the country. Wales.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of interesting that, I don't know, last time I looked up a name and it had a Welsh, but, basis, for the name.
True.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it could have been a worker too from Wales.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, there's a huge movement over here.
Really?
Same kind of show.
Yes.
Dragon or something.
Why don't you ask if it's starting to Harriet?
Mm-hmm. Harriet, if you're here with us, can you make a noise like a tap on something like this?
There was a knock. There was a knock.
Just one.
Harriet, did you like to go down and slide down the banister? Can you knock if you did?
There was one.
Over there.
Again, over there.
It has gotten really cold.
Very cold.
Harriet, are you here with us tonight? We'd like to play with you. Can you knock over one of the balls or touch one of these pieces of equipment? Harriet, would you like to play?
Or Henry.
Mm-hmm. Is there a worker that died here with us tonight?
What?
What was that?
That did the same thing when we talked about the Marlin again.
Mm-hmm.
That was
If there's a worker who died during the construction of this castle in the building with us right now, please give us a concrete, very strong sign that you're here. We will sit and listen.
It's coming from the fucking tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
Even louder, please. We need something really loud and strong so we know that you are really here. Like moving something in the room.
Can you make a noise like you're working on the castle? Like you're hammering?
It's funny, I don't necessarily feel much in the room. I feel like they're all like surrounding this room.
Yeah.
I still feel like there's some kind of connection with Floyd Champ. Like he was the world champion boxer, heavyweight. Kind of stands out to me.
Maybe you're connecting with that energy.
I think there's a few,
Are any of the Masons here?
The Freemasons? We found where you kept all your old books, and we have your secret entrance opened up right now. How's that make you feel?
I thought you said we have your secret inches.
Yeah, that too.
I was like, a secret inch? Oh, entrance.
It sounds like floorboards creaking.
What the is that? Like it's so quiet.
So
Like
quiet.
a creaking floorboard, like he said. Floyd Patterson, if you're here visiting, can you give us a sign that you're here?
If you're upstairs, can you jump around?
So, before we move on to the next area, I think we can establish we've made contact with what seems to be somebody who worked here and died here during the construction of the building. Potentially Harriet, the young girl. And there's just a tons of noises, and it's completely silent in here. It's not a stormy night, it's not windy outside, it's very still. And we're in a castle. You know, you can argue that like an old house could potentially creak and settle, but this is hundreds of years old stone. But we're each gonna draw a rune and see what that means in the context of the upcoming investigation before we split off.
Sweet. My toes is cold.
Drowned.
Did you say drowned?
Well, no.
Pond.
Pond.
Is there?
All in the third word.
I wonder if there's a pond on the property.
I'm gonna draw first. This one's calling my name.
Colin.
Okay, so I got.
See it?
Let me just.
Dang, I wish I would have gotten them.
Fortune and possessions. Fehu. We're putting it. So what we're doing is drawing the stone, putting it through AI to analyze what the context of this rune would potentially mean in the upcoming investigation. Fehu is the rune of mobile wealth, energy in motion, new beginnings that require payment or sacrifice, and the fire of life force. It's strongly tied to cattle, which is
We're in the
weird.
land of cattle.
We were the other night in Lep Castle. He kept saying that Ireland is like the land of cows and cattle. So, what's going to happen? A transaction is coming. Someone or something wants payment. The man who died during construction was almost certainly a worker, so the castle could be completed. His life force became literally Fehu for the building itself. The castle was built on his unpaid energy. The young girl may be tied to the same debt in a different way. Sickness, sacrifice, family ruin caused by the construction costs. Spirits are not just lingering, they're collecting an old debt. They have their eyes on you or someone in your group as their next payment.
Oh, God.
You will be offered power or knowledge, but it will cost you. Very soon you'll receive a sudden burst of information, a vision, a physical manifestation, or a guide from the spirits. But remember, this gift is not free. Fire is the key, literal or symbolic. The hearth fire, the controlled burn. Look for anything in the castle tied to fire. An old forge area from the construction days, a hearth that was bricked up, candles, and the next move is gonna happen fast and we'll feel lucky. Before you accept any knowledge, verbally acknowledge the original sacrifice out loud. We see the price that was paid for these stones to stand. We will not take what is not ours. And leave an offering. Also says, do not bargain with the girl if she asks you to stay and play or help her find daddy. That could be a trap. Okay.
That's interesting.
So, an offering, and I guess I'll say, we do understand that we see the price that was paid for these stones to stand. We will not take what is not ours. You know, it's really interesting, actually. They have you sign a waiver before you begin investigating here. And on that waiver, one of the things that it actually clearly states is we do not recommend you take things from this location. Really?
That's pretty
Yeah, it's kind of weird. We could probably go film the waiver. All right, you want to draw yours?
Oh, me? Okay. I'm gonna take this one.
Do you want me to just read
Sure.
yours for you?
You just read it.
So it's kind of like a lot of text.
Yeah, you go for it.
All right, so you drew Manas, the rune of humanity, the divine spark within mortals, relationship between people, memories, and the eternal tension between the individual and the collective. The two spirits will reveal soon they are bound together as one unfinished humanity. Manas almost never appears by pure chance when both a child and an adult are involved. He died in the construction accident, which may have left her distraught. She later died in the castle. She may have seen his spirit. Two halves of the human experience. You or someone in your group will be forced into the role of the missing third part. Manas is the rune of the triangle, self, other, and the connection between. The haunting needs a living person to stand in the empty point of that triangle. So complete the pattern by reuniting them in death, or someone stays and dies here. Or consciously break the pattern by becoming the first living person to fully acknowledge both of them as human beings with names, stories, and unfinished lives. There will be a direct plea from the girl using your own humanity against you. Expect her to manifest very clearly, and the man will finally speak, but through another human. Manas says the next time he manifests, it will be borrowing a living man's voice or body through partial possession, sudden unexplained rage, or a male investigator speaking in an accent or knowledge he shouldn't have. Don't make promises you can't keep. Find and speak their full human names aloud together in the same room. Now this is interesting. Perform a simple but powerful Manas ritual. Draw or carve the rune on paper. Write both their names, once you know them, on either side of it. Fold it 3 times, representing the third living point, you, and burn or bury it on the grounds while saying, "The debt is seen, the story is complete, you are both fully human again, walk on."
That's interesting.
Maybe we could do that at the end of the night if we try to find Martin's last name,
Yeah.
or Marlin's. Sorry.
Or we can do it for Margaret and Henry. Or not Margaret.
You don't even know. That's interesting.
Yeah,
That's
very
really
interesting. And then it's kind of interesting when it said like a male taking another accent or
Yeah.
different, because when you do Estes, a lot of times that happens.
That's
to them.
true. That's true. And mine said fire was linked to it too, and yours has fire as a solution. I like these things.
Very interesting.
Okay.
Let's see what I'm kind of drawn to. For some reason, this just sticks out here, but.
The rune you just pulled is Rideho, the rune of the wheel, the wagon, righteous journey, rhythm, and above all, movement governed by cosmic law. The castle itself tonight will try to enforce a journey. The haunting will shift from static appearances to forced movement, like doors that slam, footsteps, or the sound of wagon wheels, cartwheels, the little girl running ahead of you, moving object. It's interesting. You will discover the exact path the man took when he died. So maybe what room? The girl will attempt to complete the journey using a living person as the wagon. This is the critical danger point of Rado. She never got to finish the journey. She died suddenly. If an investigator follows her all the way to the site of the accident and steps into the exact spot, she will try to hitch her spirit to that living person to ride them out of the castle.
That's weird thinking of riding, because she was trying to ride down the banister.
Right.
That is weird.
And then if I go on that exact spot, I want attachment.
The man bound by honor or guilt will then try to follow, which could drag the living host back or tear them apart.
Jeez, Jeff.
So,
Weird ones.
if something asks you, it says, refuse to follow it, everything will quiet down. You could follow blindly, and you risk becoming the new wagon. Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird.
Or follow consciously and take control of the journey. Now you have to say this phrase under number 1 for safety.
This journey is ours now. We set the pace, we choose the destination, and we decide who travels.
To the man, we can say this to him too at the very end. Okay. Now it's Big Con Man's big reveal.
Watch, it's gonna say some shit about like fertility.
What?
Gift.
Okay. Alright, you ready to hear yours?
Ooh.
The rune you've drawn is Gibo, the rune of gift, exchange, sacred partnership, and the unbreakable law that every gift carries an obligation and every obligation must eventually become a gift in return. The spirits in the next hour or two will make you a clear formal offer. The little girl may offer you something physical. At the same moment, the man may offer you something of his. This is Gibo in its purest and most dangerous form. Two gifts offered freely and simultaneously. If you accept either gift without giving proper countergift, the exchange will bind you forever. The only way to end the cycle is to complete the Gebu cross yourself. You must form an X. So refuse to take gifts with your hands. Place your own two gifts on the cloth first as an offering if you accept a gift.
Yes, Big Pop.
This is the last rune you will need tonight. After this exchange, the castle will feel empty in a way it has not felt for centuries. The girl and the man may be gone, not banished, but partially released by a debt finally and fairly paid.
A debt again.
Sweet.
So it is very interesting that you drew gift about some sort of an offering. Mine was about fortune and leaving an offering. Like they want something. That's kind of like a thing in Ireland, like really respecting the spirits and leaving an offering, like the fairies and all the different entities. You leave them things to get them to speak with you. But we don't really have anything to leave, do we?
There's some chocolates in the car.
Could be about anything.
Yeah, let's leave them some chocolates.
Something we like.
Maybe on the stairs when we do our next portion.
Portion.
Our next portion.
The person with the heart scarf.
Yeah.
So, for the next portion of the investigation, should we split up or should we just all stick together tonight?
I think we need to split up. We don't have much time.
The bedroom.
You guys could go to the bedroom and we could do the hallway.
Sure.
All right.
SLS name one more time.
So, we're going to split up now. You two are going to go to the bedroom, which is on the ley lines. And Connor and I will set up the stairs and see who we can talk to.
Okay.
I think they like that.
Good idea.
All right, let's do this.
There is so much activity after we filmed inside the library, almost as if that's like the key point of the whole castle, is whatever happened in that library kind of branched out to everything else. We started having some really weird things happen after we left that room.
Once again, at this point, we split up. This time, my parents went to the room, the kind of haunted bedroom where people have had many experiences, that was built directly on the crossroads of ley lines. And Connor and I decided to booby trap the stairway where the child had died, the haunted stairway where many people have had experiences. It got creepy, I'll say that. It got very creepy. I didn't expect it to get like necessarily creepy, but I didn't want to be in that area alone. I had to go lights out for a little bit because I left my phone in the other room, so I didn't have a flashlight, and it was very thick with something, an energy, whether that's good, bad, or something in between. I can't tell you, but just check out what happens next. All right, so right now we have split up. Mary and Jeff are doing a DR60 session. The SLS is dead. And
Yes.
they're in the women's parlor room, cigar room, break room. Now, very interestingly, that's my phone. Let's go back. We got all the lights out in here. And we booby trapped that other room. Interestingly though, I will say, Jeff just came in here and was very angry about a piece of equipment and was bitching at Connor and I and kind of like aggressively almost yelling at me. I know we've talked about him having those kind of abilities to connect to stuff, but I will say it's weird because his rune just said that he was going to have a very angry outburst
Manez says the next time he manifests, it will be borrowing a living man's voice or body through partial possession, sudden unexplained rage. So that just happened. So I don't know what they're filming in there right now. But yeah, he was affected just there, I think.
That one's coming true. I wonder what gift I'm gonna get.
Don't accept it. Whatever it is. As you can see, we've got all these devices set up here, and if you shine the light here, got a bunch of balls on the stairs.
Yes, yes.
Maybe I will set this up here.
Did you hear that? Yep.
All right. Oh. Harriet?
Henry?
This is definitely a really creepy area.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, but I mean, dude, look at that. It's so eerie. It's like being in an old haunted library. Did you notice this eerie photograph right here, too?
Mm-hmm.
No offense, Harriet. If there's anybody here with us, we've set up some toys on the stairs that you could move to show us that you're here. Yes? Go right ahead. Can you show us that you're here with us?
Yes, yes, yes.
Where are you in here?
Harriet, is that you? Is that you on the stairs?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, if that's you on the stairs,
Well, then who is it?
hello?
I don't know what that is. No.
What the
Yes, yes, yes.
What's around this corner? Nothing. Oh, I guess there's a creepy little... Colin!
Yes, yes.
What the f is that?
No.
Oh, look at that.
Yes, yes.
Hello? Remember I said Ronald earlier.
No way.
My name is Ronald? Bro, that's crazy. The dice would have spelled Ronald.
Yeah.
With your characters.
Ronald.
Holy shit, that's bizarre.
Ronald, did you live here?
Yes. No.
Ronald could have been a worker.
Ronald, did you work on this castle?
No.
Did you just visit? Were you a guest here? Please tell me you heard that.
Yes.
Like a little girl crying. It was like, Harriet, my name's Connor.
And my name is Colin, like you just said on that watch.
If you want to play, we have all these balls set up on the stairs. We can play with those. If you want to tap us on the shoulder to let us know that you're there, we'd love that. Or if Henry's here too, please come play with us. Oh my god, that scared me. Oh my god, such splendor. Is there anyone here with us?
Different room, Bob.
That's very good. Can you grab that a little bit stronger? That's right. Yep.
Alright, we gotta do something real creepy.
Lights out.
No. We gotta sing Ring Around the Rosie.
Okay.
Then we could do lights out.
Okay. Or lights out with Ring Around the Rosie.
That's creepy.
Very much so.
Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy ashes.
Oh, that's kind of fucked up.
Yes. Yes.
We all fall down.
Fall
Down. Alice.
Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy ashes, ashes. We all fall down.
Okay, one more time, even creepier.
I'm trying to be creepy with it, okay?
Okay, wait. Okay.
Ring around the
Okay.
Alright,
Okay. Okay. We're getting to it, sorry.
ring.
I'm not gonna look at you, we're gonna do it.
Alright.
3, 2, 1.
Ring around the rosy, I can't find my rosy. Ashes, we all fall down.
Says Chief.
Wow.
Did you like that?
Should we sing a different rhyme for you?
Yes.
I don't really know anymore.
How about row your boat?
Alright. Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. That was beautiful.
Oh. What'd you think about that, Harry? good. Should we sing another song? Evil. Evil? Should we sing another song? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh. Conflicted viewpoints. Where's that coming from?
No. Yes.
I would really love to see someone push one of these balls down the stairs.
Shit.
It smells really bad.
That wasn't here just a second ago.
It actually, it's weird. It actually has come in like, but it's like an ammonia. Are you not? Are you human?
No.
What are you?
That camera just got that. They're both 1, 2. It's like it went down the stairs. Our toys told us that you may want an offering or a gift. Is that true? If that's true, can you say yes? All right, look. I'm going to leave you. Maybe you like tea? Come have this cup of tea. Now that I've given you a gift, can you give us a gift?
Yes. I'm not supposed to accept gifts.
That's true. Alright, I didn't listen at all, I guess. If you'd like this gift, we're coming with reverence and respect. We would love to see you move one of those objects on the stairway. Would that be possible?
Burial.
Yes.
Is that your stomach? Huh? That wasn't mine.
Really?
No. It was like, "Rawr." Okay. Huh? Oh, yeah, do it again. How about
it? Where are the saints at? Come on. Hallelujah.
Yes.
Could you knock back to this, whoever's in here? Ow. I thought this was wood. It's stone.
Can you knock one of the balls down? Taking back your fucking idea.
Yes. Yes.
I see you right there. Please try to push that blue ball down.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm hearing the whole conversation.
There's so many. This has got to be some of the most noises we've heard. We're gonna have to leave this stairway soon.
Smith.
Oh, yeah. It's actually very cold. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I know we've been kind of trying to be playful and... My voice is here.
My voice is heard.
And we were just about to say we were just saying
Yes.
It's colder all of a sudden, like way colder. It feels like it just dropped like 5 degrees in here. We're about to leave this area. I really do feel that you're in here right now. Could you please just show us that?
It smells like smoke.
It looks like that pink ball's moving. Put the light on it.
Can you knock that ball down?
No.
What's your name? My name's Connor.
My name's Colin. Oh, this one just flashed. Did you get that?
I think I might have.
What did that just say?
Carl.
Carl? That's the name I got last night during our investigation that I wrote down on that note card.
Who's here?
Well, at this point, we're going to go find Mary and Jeff so that we can do our Estes method. And I think I'm going to leave my phone. I'm going to turn the flash on it. I'm just going to leave it running here and see if we get anything in the next 20 or 30 minutes. All right, we're going to leave you in here. Try your hardest.
Have fun.
Okay.
Okay, is there anybody in the room with us here that you could let us know you're here? We have some devices set up here that won't harm you, but if you get in front of them or touch the little silver antenna you see there, it might play with the light. Can you do that for us?
Can you make a noise in this room? Just to let us know that you're here, maybe knock. Oh, that was a knock.
I'm gonna put this over here. Maybe you're over here. Seemed like you knocked from right over here. Okay. So see that light right there? If you're over there, can you touch that light? It's like a toy. It's not gonna hurt you. Or you can move something or make more knocks or more noises for us to let us know you're here.
There's a noise right outside the door.
Oh, it's like that. Can you come in here and let us know you're with us by, again, making the noises or playing with these devices? Please. I'm going to open this unique door. We're going to let some fresh air in if you're smoking like you used to in the old days. Is that better?
Let's do the DR60.
Okay. Well, we've got a DR60. We're going to run a couple sessions with it. This is the boudoir or the bedroom. The ladies used to come in here to cool off and actually smoke as well. So let's see if we get anything related to that. Ready?
Can you give us your name?
Ladies, you used to come in here to cool off and do something. You used to smoke what? Can you tell me what they were that you smoked?
Can you tell me if you died in this house? Can you tell me if you're a man or a woman?
For any ladies that might be here, your makeup that you had was made from a certain substance. Can you tell me what that substance was that used to get kind of bad when you got hot? What's that substance name? If there's any children here, can you just make can you giggle or laugh like you would? Let us know it's you. Almost like a fireworks.
Can you tell me how many spirits are in this house?
Oh, there's like boots. Walking. Oh, again. Yeah, let's maybe get a starting point that maybe, you know, we could do another one.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa. Okay, here we go. Let's play it.
Kind of sounded like Harriet. There's so many voices.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I mean,
I thought I heard 7, but they're gonna have to play that back.
They have to replay it. A lot of it. It wasn't. It just seemed like there was a lot of people talking.
Yeah. Well, is there any? I mean, this used to be where, you know, the ladies used to come to cool off, to fix their makeup, smoke. I mean, that used to be the main reason for it. But is there? There's guests that stay here. I mean, there could be anything really. We just see another session.
We could just ask a few more questions.
Maybe wait a little bit longer. Maybe ask 2 questions at a time. Okay, you ready? So we're going to do another session. Kind of open it up a little bit.
Are there children here with us? Can you give me the name of somebody that is in this house with us?
Earlier in the other room, we talked to a gentleman that had a name of Welsh descent that may have died in construction here. Can you tell me that name of who that gentleman is, if it's you or someone that knew him? Tell me his name, please. There's a very famous athlete associated with this castle. Can you tell me the sport that he was in? Do you like that we're here talking to you?
Can you tell me how you died? Can you leave this place?
Okay, let's see what we get. Stop it. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
From here.
So I'm like, yes.
Right away. Again.
Mm-hmm. Gotta sound like yes. Like another yes.
Mm.
It's once again, it's this room, like why are not, no equipment is going off at all.
Yeah, we've got REM pods and
the other room was so active.
REM pods, yeah.
But I almost feel like there's voices on there.
Yeah.
Can't really tell what they're saying.
Yeah. I don't feel like myself any kind of bad energy, but it's a little bit dead in here.
This room is really...
You know, it's so quiet.
Yeah.
I don't know why that would be.
And the same REM pods we had in the other room, so...
Yeah, not even a hit.
No.
Not going off at all.
Nothing.
Either that one or this or the music box.
No. It's so...
I mean, these are working. So you come in front for... Yeah.
This whole room just seems really quiet.
We're going to be leaving here pretty soon. So Mary and I'm Jeff, by the way.
I'm Mary.
We just want you to, we're trying to just acknowledge that you are here. You know, friendly, we just want a sign of any sort. Can you please let us know you're here, first of all, again. You hear that?
Uh-huh.
Is that you coming in the door? Come in farther. We know you ladies used to come in here to cool off when there was dances, ballroom dances, and you used to smoke cigarettes. And you must have had a lot of fun, but can you just let us know any of you are here?
We're going to be going soon, and we're not trying to harm you at all. We just want to help you. Can you just touch one of these devices if you can? We know there's some children in the house. Do you want to come out and play?
Boy, there's just like empty.
It's so quiet.
Or the other room is so active. It's like.
Let me see if the spirit.
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't have my other one with.
No, that's okay. Let's just see.
If we have anything.
So tell them what you've got there.
I just have the spirit talker.
Yeah, but for the spirits.
Please, just if you could communicate with us, you can try to say your name, and my device will pick it up.
Anything you want to tell us, you can please just say it in that device. We'll pick it up.
We're going to be leaving soon. This is your chance. We like the dark.
Wow. Okay.
It is extremely dark.
Well, we're going to thank you, if you hear us, for letting us try to talk to you. I hope you're resting in peace and you're happy where you're at. But we're going to leave.
I'll just see if we get anything when we walk out here.
Okay. We got to take these. Keep rolling in case you guys want to knock something over. Anything to let us know you're here. Because we're packing up to leave. We're not going to be back here. Okay. Well. Nothing going on. Okay.
Hey everybody, it's Colin here. As you probably know by now, every single week here on the channel we give away a gift bag to one lucky viewer of the show. To enter the giveaway, it's extremely simple. All you have to do is like today's video, so hit that thumbs up button and comment down in the comment section, Castle. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to comment and like the video if you want to join the giveaway. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anyways, y'all, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for joining our adventure this week. I'm gonna get back to the video, and yeah, stay spooky. At this point, it was time to do the Estes method, and because we had spoken to so many different spirits, male and female, that night we wanted to do a dual Estes method session. And because it was my parents' last night investigating with us, we decided that we would have my dad, Jeff, Papa Spooks, and my mom, Mary, Mama Spooks, both go under at the same time, while Connor and I, along with Paul, asked some questions. And we got some really, really interesting results. To end tonight's investigation, we are going to do a special two-person Estes method with both Mary and Jeff. Now, what's interesting about this and why we're doing it like this is because we believe at the very beginning of our investigation, we connected to the spirit of a younger girl who potentially could be Harriet. And we also connected to that man who potentially was a worker. And what's interesting that we didn't tell you guys, remember when he rolled the dice and he spelled out Ronald? Mm-hmm. It said on his device,
my name is Ronald.
Later on. So it could be, what your name? What was the name you got?
Marlon.
Marlon or Ronald?
Yeah.
So hopefully Jeff is going to be able to tap into the male energy. Mary will tap into the girl's energy. So yeah, let's do this.
All right.
Ready?
All right, guys.
Okay. I just heard 8. Miss.
Got an opera voice.
So
Miss.
can we please start out by asking,
You're gonna have a drink, are you?
Fun.
Who's here with us? Can you tell us your names potentially?
The police department.
I keep hearing somebody saying miss, miss.
Try to tell us your name.
From Ireland. Man shot in the eye. I see.
Listen.
Can you try to tell us your
More
name?
opera voice. Singing.
If we can,
Singing.
I think we know Harriet's name, but can we confirm the name of the man? We need.
Somebody just in a male voice.
There are
said
exceptions.
killed.
I got a knife.
Killed. I got a knife. So, was someone stabbed?
I'm falling.
Please.
Woman is dead.
Oh my God, please come.
More opera voice.
Who's the spirit that we were talking to in the stairwell?
Mommy!
Listen.
Young girl.
Family is here.
So Connor and I.
I've got like just.
I'd like a
singing.
port.
In this, Mary's here and singing. That's what we were doing over there. So,
Collins.
and it said Colin on the device.
Yeah.
Colin. Is this the young girl who we were speaking with on the stairs?
I don't like the temperature.
Is this the young girl?
Sit down.
Hustle. Like a little kid's voice, please?
Please what?
It's been a pleasure.
Are you hearing men's voices out there? Like there's actually just a voice in the hallway over there.
Well, who's talking? 20.
I have departed.
Once?
Who is this though? We need to clarify.
Oh, come on. Get out.
Are you tired of us trying to speak with you?
A guy said, like a voice, like your mother, like I don't know how to do the accent. Absolutely.
How many spirits are in this building?
Me? Just out.
Are we bothering you by trying to?
Two of us.
Are we bothering both?
Go deep.
So
I just got people like swim.
Connor got drowning. Did somebody drown nearby and their spirits here?
An animal. They were kind of scared. There's two.
So there's two spirits.
Two again.
So there's two spirits.
Oxen and sheep.
Animal, oxen, sheep drowned. Did someone's, and it said cattle, remember? Did somebody's,
I like them.
sheep or their flock or herd get wiped out by some sort of
Sister.
disaster and maybe they ended up taking their own
Only
life?
one.
Focus, listen.
Didn't you say that there was like a bad flood?
There was actually.
She's cold.
There's a lake, a 20-minute walk from here. It was
Cold.
the Pleasure Lake.
Uh-huh.
People would have been ice skating out there in the 60s. And there
Oh,
is
stop.
actually two
Quiet your
deaths
mouth.
on record from an accident out there.
Really?
2 deaths on record from an accident. Really?
I'm available. Woman's voice.
Did
Please
you die
stay
on that
in
lake?
like a man's voice. I just got a really high sin.
Did you die, like he asked on the...
He may inquire about me. Her phone number.
It's interesting, we haven't had one name yet though.
What's your name?
He crashed.
Frank.
Destruction.
I lived.
More opera voice. A man singing.
So your name was
She said, he said.
Your name was
Jessup.
Frank Jessup?
Can't explain it.
Did you die
Safety.
here here in the castle? Or
Unfortunately.
how did you die?
Deep.
Deep, multiple times, almost a drowning. Related, adjacent term.
Stop it!
Did you drown?
You're quite the thing.
Somebody just hollered, climb down.
So it's a man who drowned. Maybe he was a worker. Maybe that's why he's here. He didn't
Peace.
die on the property, but
Yeah.
The 18th. The 18th of. You look like her.
Yep.
Jeff said earlier too, someone would do an accent. Manez says the next time he manifests, it will be borrowing a living man's voice or body through partial possession, sudden unexplained rage, or a male investigator speaking in an accent or knowledge he shouldn't have.
Mister.
So there is that young girl, and then there's
Focus.
a worker
Annie.
who drowned somewhere nearby, but potentially didn't die here on the
Why,
grounds.
he's cute.
Who's cute? Paul?
Hey, Missy.
Darla.
No, that's wrong.
I guess so. I like a port.
Psycho.
So how many spirits are actually here in the castle? Can you tell us how many?
7.
Outstanding.
7. Okay, so that's interesting.
2% alcoholic.
Oh, from Scotland.
So you got the young girl.
Either car.
Could be different people.
Damaging.
The construction
That's it.
worker.
Soul.
The person who drowned. And then multiple others.
Give me the ticket.
There are 6.
6. So why?
It's him. A
Why?
deep male voice. It's him.
Why 6 and 7?
Both. Yes.
So stupid.
Oh, you're smart.
Well,
Kind of sarcastic.
So
I might piss at you.
Oh.
Please tell.
I hope not.
Flog off.
Flog off. Is that a saying around here?
Yep.
Well, now it is.
Flog off.
You're not real. A woman.
Yes.
No, we are real, but you're real too. You once were real.
More opera voice.
Philip.
Do you like it when we make jokes?
Ah, you burned eye.
Blindness. Remember at the beginning, blind.
Ticket.
And he said earlier, stabbed in the eye, I think, and then a burned eye.
What's up with your eyes?
Shush.
My bad.
I fell off a beam.
Yes.
Did you lose an eye? Did you have bad eyesight when you died? Is that what you're trying to say?
Safe.
Did you die
I
because
fell
of
in them. I fell in there.
Mass.
did you die because of your bad eyesight?
Sweet.
1,000 nights.
Safe.
I find it difficult
Safe.
to see me.
Peace.
Walking up top.
Right.
There's a lot of different.
Goodbye.
There's a lot of different entities and a lot of different
Seriously?
things coming through.
I mean, there's been a lot of
See
people.
ya.
Like a woman's voice. Being sarcastic.
Shut up.
That's if they liked it when we joke.
Jeff.
You have a mouth on you.
Shush. Beep.
So, there are no bad spirits here, right? Only good energy. So that's all we got.
Oh, go out and forage.
7 good spirits once again.
Like, get lost.
Where do you like to
Sleep.
Where do you like to hang out the most in the house?
My name.
This castle.
So just inside?
Oh.
Oh. Truly, I hate you. A woman. Listen, a woman.
Shush.
I'm crossed with anything.
It's like
There's a woman that's angry. But you've lost them, huh? A woman.
Lost him.
Same woman. A big mistake.
Listen.
Are you very religious? Were you a religious person?
Sleep.
Can you tell us where you were?
Must be an old maid.
Sleep.
We had maid earlier today.
30.
Where are you going to communicate?
Well, we're doing it right now.
Listen.
We're listening.
Please do so.
Well, we are.
Listen.
Well, yeah.
Laughing woman, haha, you're young. Oliver, look to the fireplace.
Look at yourself.
Okay, look to yourself and look at the phone. I mean, it's kind of
Just
crazy.
sleep.
Sleep? Do you want us to go home and go to bed?
Dinosaur. Son. Shut.
Oh, you ordered it, did you?
Yes.
He's only gonna last so long.
Faith.
What'd you turn into?
We want to leave this property.
I told you, didn't I? I don't know how to do the accent.
I just
Straighten out.
We just want to know a little bit
Yes.
more about who's here. Is there anything else you want to share with us?
I was hung. They wouldn't have had anything like that here, would they?
Are you happy here?
I'm happy. I've been having a really
We had
good
a
time.
great night.
We got Michael.
What a clown.
No. Go away.
I'm in the pub.
So you want us to leave?
I don't think so. Please. Find me.
Before we go, this is your last chance to tell us anything about yourselves.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's so weird.
In the river.
Piss off.
Don't.
The money with my dad.
Do you have a question?
The bishop.
Before we're done?
It's full of bull.
Do you know the little girl who
Follow.
lost her life on the stairs? Have you met the little girl who lost her
Somebody
life on
keeps
the
saying
stairs?
faith. Faith.
Oh.
That's a very valid point. Very similar.
Very loud bang.
Essex.
Hypothermia.
He was born and bred there.
The ice. Ice
Yorkshire.
skating. The people would have died of hypothermia.
You got hypothermia on there?
Yeah.
Don't.
So before
Trust me.
before we go,
Fight.
there's someone definitely connected to some sort of
Fight
incident
for feet.
on the lake, like ice skating. Is that true? Can you just say yes, or maybe that's true, or something like that?
Oh, be quiet.
Piss.
Steven.
Keep it.
I'll get out of here.
One more time, like Paul.
Bloody shoot their way out of here.
Snockered.
What the f-
Like Paul asked.
Ugh.
Have you met the little
Another
girl?
one. F- off.
Mary.
When the sun's up.
Adventure. Mary, you really need to watch your language.
Man alive. None of that made sense to me at all.
No.
I mean, there was a lot that made sense.
Really?
Yes.
Serious?
There's a couple times when we asked questions and you guys were like immediately like, how many
Really?
spirits? 7, and you said 6, and then you said 7 again.
And then
Really?
He said 6, 7.
Really?
Really?
6, 7. 6, 7, 6, 7.
Like, it's interesting with the
with the drowning thing, he said that there's a lake nearby and there was at least 2 people who died in like a ice skating sort of tragedy.
And then I got hypothermia on this.
Wow, you're kidding. That's weird.
And just a lot of really relevant answers.
Really?
Yeah, and you guys would say the same thing.
Really?
Multiple times. You said like something like, I don't know, donut,
Ugh.
like that.
That's really weird.
That was all for you.
Yeah.
It didn't make a lot of sense, but it seemed like there was like a lot of different energies. And then also almost like you guys were like a couple that was arguing at times.
I had a lot, for some reason, an opera guy sing. Like, kind of trying to come through.
Some very loud, a couple bangs and noises
Mhm.
out there.
Really?
I got blind.
No way!
Yeah.
What was it?
No
What?
way!
It's got blind on here.
That's weird.
And you said like stabbed in the eye burning,
Oh.
so we started asking if they lost an eye or something. Slipped and fell.
Weird.
Is there any connection to anybody being losing the sight or being blind? Or?
No, only Dudley.
And deaf.
When he was a young child, his sister, who the knows why, went at one of his eyes with a coat hanger and almost pulled the thing out. So one of his eyes is damn near blind. Yeah.
Really?
Who? Dudley.
Yeah.
He's been here for 30 odd years.
More or less.
Yeah.
And who is he?
He works here?
Oh, he's still here?
He's more or less my stepdad.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. That's weird.
The whole night we've been getting blind since the
And
very
stuff with
beginning.
eye.
So it's kind of weird. Yeah.
Like
Weird.
it spelled it because we do dice and like roll it out, and it actually spelled blind.
Eye.
And then and then we got it on all these different devices. So that's pretty bizarre, actually.
You don't know Marlon, the name Marlon? Anybody? No, that's an odd name, but
Or a Ronald connected to this.
Doesn't ring any bells.
how about opera? Anything? Anyone like to listen to opera or nothing like that?
Not that I'm aware of. But I wouldn't put it past the original family to be of that kind of,
Yeah.
persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Well,
I'm gonna go check to see if any of those balls got knocked off. You wanna just keep rolling while we go over there?
yeah. That's really good. That was really interesting.
Keep rolling.
Oh, my phone fell down. That's weird. Oh.
That's really strange.
What the It's not even recording.
It's a picture of Alfie.
Oh, yeah. What the? Dude, it actually stopped recording itself.
Yes.
Look at that.
What the hell?
Okay, guys. That is really bizarre. Look at that. This is the end of the video.
No. 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 No.
Alright, that's very strange. So, this picture of Alfie. But my phone actually stopped recording and fell over by itself.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Alright.
Alright.
Thank you. So to end tonight, remember at the beginning of the night we did our rune reading, and we're here at the end, we're all packed up, and to kind of just make sure that the energy is settled and we kind of honor who we spoke with. For you, you have to draw this rune on the piece of paper.
Okay.
Nice. And then it wanted you to write both the man and the woman's name, or girl's name.
Okay.
So it would have been.
Yeah, it would have been Marlin.
Marlin.
And Harriet?
Yeah, Marlin.
Yep.
Maybe / Ronald.
Okay.
Marlin.
Could have been the full name.
And then Harriet. Okay, now you fold it 3 times.
Okay.
I'd fold it towards you.
All right, now let's go over.
Okay.
So now you say, the debt is seen,
The debt is seen.
the story is complete,
The story is complete.
you are both fully human again.
You are both fully human again.
Walk on.
Walk on.
Put the ring in the fire.
Oh, there it is.
There it goes.
Nice.
Jeff, you have something to say from yours too? To Harriet, Marlon, Ronald, whoever we were speaking with, thank you for speaking with us this evening, or releasing your energy from us and releasing our energy from the location. Now you say to Marlon, the work is finished, the load is set down, your road is complete.
To Marlin and Ronald, the work is finished, the load is set down, your road is complete.
To Harriet,
okay.
This one.
And then to you, Harriet, he is here. You have reached him. Your road ends together, not through us.
So, yeah, just all the energy. Thank you for speaking with us. Thank you for being here. We've had a very pleasant night, and we just want to say thanks. It's interesting, our runes also suggested it wanted a gift or some sort of tribute or offering, and now we've left something.
Sweet.
So it completes all of ours. Is there anything you wanted to say?
It was great talking to all the spirits that are here. I hope that you can rest easy in the afterlife, and we had lots of fun.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
I already said a bunch of things. They're probably sick of me by now.
I know I am.
Charleville Castle is a beautiful, beautiful building. And I think if anyone ever has the opportunity to go there, you should definitely try, because the activity that we got, along with just being able to see a beautiful piece of history, there's nothing like it.
At the end of the day, Charleville Castle was incredibly active. There is a thick spiritual energy there. Now, what that is, where it stems from, I cannot tell you. It was interesting that we did have a number, though, of spirits that seemed to identify themselves through our investigation. There was someone who died during the construction of the building, and then eerily enough, someone who died in some sort of nearby water, who had just found the castle and decided to call it home for a while in the spiritual realm, which was confirmed by our guide that there actually is a body of water nearby, and there was a tragic accident or two there that at least he knew of. So it was really interesting. I mean, as you can see, the spirits manifested that evening in so many different ways, from knocking things off shelves to knocking my phone over while it was recording B-roll and turning the camera off, to all the EMF spikes and the DR60 and the Estes method results and just the noises we heard and energy we felt. It was a true, proper wrap-up investigation to conclude the time that we got to spend in Ireland and Scotland with my parents. This was the last investigation they did with us. This was their first time doing international paranormal investigations, and it was truly an experience that I will cherish for the rest of my life. It was such a beautiful, such a fun week spent with those guys, and yeah, it was cool. The energy in that castle wasn't scary, but it was there. And that's all that we really seek to document, is the presence of this mystical, mysterious, unexplainable energy. So, if you've enjoyed today's video, please let me know what you thought of it in the comments section below. Be sure to like the video. We are not done with our series yet, though. We still have a couple very, very dark investigations coming. My name's Colin Brown. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching, and stay spooky.